So good morning, Nick. We're with Nick Rogers, then double Olympic 470 medalist and the helmsman of Provezza. Nick, you've been in Palma quite a lot over the years for the 470 programs. You like Palma?
I love it. It's one of my favourite places. We used to train here January, February, March for many years, and it's just a great place to be. Great sailing, and it's just, we always vary conditions, great sea breeze, and love the food and love the people.
So does any of that help just now during the Copa del Rey?
The training, a little bit when we're towards the old 470 course near Arenal, but I steer the boat, so I don't have to worry about the tactics.
What's life like on board Provezza? It's a crew which is partially amateur and a very, very enthusiastic owner.
It is part amateur, but I mean, there are good amateurs. You know, they're more than your average guys. They are a great team. They've been together for 20 years, and that really shows. And that's one of the things I really love about the team. We were here last year for 16 days straight. We live together, we eat together, we sail together, and there's no bad words.
What's your kind of role within the team? How do you kind of fit in? Obviously, you're helmsman. Are you just helmsman or helmsman skipper, or how do things work? You work with Tony Ray as well.
Last year was more. I was a bit more involved. This year they brought Tony Ray into the boat, who's been absolutely fantastic, and he's helped us enormously. And that, along with some coaching from Stir Fry.
Oh yeah.
I'm much more just a helmsman now, which is great.
You seem to be starting to put together some good results as well.
We do. We've got plenty to work on. I think that we can. We're fast enough. We just need to not be as slow sometimes. We have big slows, and we tend to.
And little slows.
Yeah, we tend to hemorrhage a lot of distance very quickly. It's those big mistakes that we need to reduce, and I think on my side it's just the transitions when we're going round corners. I need to improve on my steering to make sure every duck, every tack, every rounding, we don't lose any more ground than we need.
Tell me about then managing the expectations for a team, say, which is amateurs at the core, as it were.
Managing expectations.
Some days you go out and get a kicking, obviously. Some days you get good results. How do you manage things within the team?
The original goal was to win a race and really love that and enjoy it, and not be last overall of every event. And I think that that's a kind of a realistic for where we are. I think that, you know, everyone loves to win a race, and we can pop a cork and smoke a cigar when we do. And then I think just not to be last as a brand new team. And I think that I think we've moved on a little bit from that. I don't have a fear of being last in the fleet now, but managing expectations is what it's all about. If you set a realistic goal, then you don't have to be.
That's something
sad.
You learned from the Olympic programs, perhaps, in terms of managing goals and managing expectations.
Yeah, I mean, with the Olympics, you don't manage expectations because you're expecting to win, but setting kind of realistic steps and goals, and this team is moving on really nicely. I think that in the light airs we're a strong team. When the breeze is up, we have a huge amount to work on, but luckily both Ibiza and this event so far have been light winds.
So you're probably the only sailor I can think of within the fleet just now who's running a full-time Olympic programme, going back pitching for 2016 in Rio in the 470. What's taking you back to the 470 and to the Olympic programme?
It's just an amazing arena to be in.
Unfinished business?
I think really...
If you can say that to somebody with 2 silver medals.
Well, it is unfinished business, but it's not quite as emotional as that, really. It's more that I have a lot of things that I've learned about the 470 in my last campaign, where I really rushed just to finish it, and it seems such a waste to not... I believe I can do it, and I think that if I can keep my time management right, I think that if I can finish the cycle, I really believe that I could win a gold in Rio. And I've got a very different team now. I'm sailing with Elliot Willis, who's just fantastic in the light. I mean, really, really good in the light winds and really good downwind.
So is that part of why you put the programme together, looking at Rio, knowing you could sail with Elliot, light winds? and that could play to your strengths.
The reason I went on to try for Rio was actually more to do with the lessons I'd learned. And I mean, at the moment, I feel I know what I'd need to be, what I'd need to become, and what skills I'd need. And I feel as though if I can learn to do those things, I will win a gold. And if you know what you have to become, it's a lot easier. And I think that the lessons I've learned, I just need to get the practice in and
So what kind of lessons
myself.
are we talking about? Where's the weaknesses in the Nick Rogers game? And
I think the weaknesses before were I changed a lot of equipment for 2011, which was my last serious year in the 470, and I needed to kind of finish evolving and learning to use that equipment. And then I learned a lot of things about the downwind sailing, particularly about a couple of different styles that are really important to any racing, but they were kind of crucial areas of the downwind. And then to know that and then not use it would be such a waste. So I want to try and
tell us
get
a
on the
little
track.
insight then into the rivalry and teamwork, if you like, within the 470 programme in Britain, because you've got Luke Patience there who won silver in Weymouth.
Joe,
And Joe, of course, your ex-crew.
They're so different, their campaign. They couldn't be more polar different than us. You know, they arrive at the Windham Mark in the top 3 every time. Luke is a fast upwind helmsman, especially if it's over 12 knots. And Joe is a fantastic tactician, brilliant. We arrive in the back half and then race downwind at great speed.
So you just need to get up there in the top 3 at the top mark.
Yeah. And you know, downwind we're electric, and in the light winds, upwind we're very strong. Also, our medal racing, I think Elliot and I work well in the medal race. We have a good attitude, and so far we've had a 1-2-1.
So going to the 470 Worlds next week, is it?
Yep. Yeah. No rest for the wicked. So that will be really good. I'm nervous about it, obviously, but.
How do you fund it then? Because I believe that you remortgaged your house for the last programme.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I'm part of the part of Team GBR now, and so working within the system, whereas I wasn't then. So that was the difference. We just run a programme and subsidised with some sponsorship from KX Gym, which is very nice.
Looking for more sponsorship?
Who isn't? The programs are very tight at the moment. You know, the team really needs sponsorship more than anything. That's the whole team. That's not just myself, and that would completely change Team GBR right now. At the moment, I think everyone is up with the economy and the end of the 2012 Olympics is seriously scraping the barrel, and I think that would make a huge change to British sailing. But I mean, it's a massive contribution from the lottery, and that it's not remortgaging the house, I think.
Good. How does it dovetail then with the Provezza programme on the 52 Super Series?
It's good. I mean, the skills are obviously different because the steering on the 52 is such a single refined job. It's your only steering.
Are you getting better all the time at that?
Yes. I wish I didn't have a wheel. That's my only thing.
Speak to the owner.
No, he doesn't like the wheel either.
Okay, so the next one will have no wheel.
There'll be no wheel. There'll be not even
Rolf
2
Frolic,
wheels.
if you're watching.
Yeah. So it works well. You know, there's lots of things that are the same. Still a boat, and you still steer it. Those kind of attributes help a lot in the light wind sailing of the 470. There's not much about windy weather 470 sailing that's the same as a TP52, but the lighter winds, and then the boat on boat is obviously the same rules, same problem.
In terms of the time allocation, then this takes away from the 470 programme, or it complements it, or?
I think it's fine. There's lots of professional sailors out there who do a lot more than I do. So, I wish for my family that I was home more, and I think I'm going to organise it differently next year.
Tell us a little bit about home life with the Rogers family.
We have an amazing home life. I have 2 beautiful kids, a beautiful wife, and live in a beautiful place in Lymington. and we live on a farm, so it's a bit of a kind of a kibbutz where I live with my sister and brother-in-law and their 3 kids, so it's a really good life. And I love it.
A few animals there?
My brother-in-law has got a few animals, yeah, being a farmer, quite a few animals. But
do you get involved with that at all? Or?
Yeah, we're doing, no farmer. But the kids just love it. Yeah, it's a great lifestyle, and I love being at home.
And obviously a pretty famous sailing family as well.
My niece is currently winning the Optimist Junior Nationals. Yeah,
so you check up with that every day, do we?
Yeah, she had a really good day yesterday.
Good.
She's got a good lead at the moment, but a long way to go.
Do you give her some advice along the way, do you?
Only when she won't listen to her dad, and then he comes to me and says,
Nick, you have to speak to her, get the medals out.
Yeah, no, more that I can't tell her again. Please, can you help me? So.
Good. Well, anyway, Nick, pleasure to speak with you, and have a good day.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely.